Speaking of jail,
Yeah.
Young Pharaoh.
Ooh, what happened to Young Pharaoh?
Did you see my interview with Young Pharaoh?
I've been meaning to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
You see, man, it dropped Sunday.
I was locked up.
No, you got out on Saturday.
All right.
It dropped on Sunday.
Yeah.
So the interview with Young Pharaoh, so he started off telling a story about how he went to jail, how he got framed to go to jail. The story lasted about 40 minutes or so. And then we got into the good stuff, right?
Okay.
Now, the two things that was, the one thing that was kind of, two things. Mm-hmm. One thing, and he said that George Floyd's, I guess, murder or execution or whatever people want to call it, was a psych op, right? Was a psychological operation.
A psyop. Wow.
And he also said that Trayvon Martin was also a psyop.
Pretty based take.
Based? So you think there's any shred of credibility from that?
I mean, there's a little credibility to that.
Like what?
I mean, have you heard the developments on the Zimmerman case?
No.
The edited phone calls, the audio that the nation heard was edited. Complete BS.
It was edited.
It was edited.
Now, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, but I still wouldn't go as a psych op, right? Because, psych ops are not accidents. Like, psych ops mean, this is a strategic, planned out event.
Intentional.
Yeah, to spread an agenda.
Right.
I don't think that Trayvon Martin dying was a planned thing. I don't think that his encounter with George Zimmerman was a planned thing.
Okay.
Right? Even with the court case, again, people can say the court case was kind of sketchy, right? With the girlfriend not even being his girlfriend, the apparent edited phone call. But to go to say this was a planned thing, this where I believe like the quote unquote base community, like this where we lose some credibility, right? Because guys like Alex Jones, he started off kind of on point. He started off, as a quote unquote free thinker. He started off as somebody who was going against the elites. He even exposed certain things like the New World Order, Epstein, and then he just went off on a deep end. So why did you say that was somewhat based?
Reason I said it was somewhat based is because I look at things from a macro level. What did these events become used for? What was the effect of these events? Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property, destruction, hundreds of lives taken. And I'm referring to the riots that happened in 2020, I'm pretty sure 2021, 2019. All the people that lost their livelihoods, the small businesses that were demolished and eviscerated by the madness of the crowds. A lot of the surrounding infrastructure that allowed that to happen, for example, George Soros funded DAs, which would capture these guys, let them ride out the same night. It almost felt like it was accomplishing a greater goal. Let's inflame the people. Let's piss them off and utilize that community anger for our own ends. Manipulate the unaware masses to do our own bidding. You know what I mean? And do you not see a little truth to how they try to stoke the flames of outrage, especially in the last 4 years?
I guess my question is, so where is the psych op? Meaning, what's the purpose of it?
A psyop is a psychological operation.
Yeah.
It is intended to influence the way you think.
Yeah.
There's many different types of psychological operations in psyops.
Right, but...
So that falls into the category of psyop.
Right, but for me, there's always a why.
Sure.
Meaning, if you're saying this was done to influence people to riot and burn things down, why?
Because you need division. You need a weaker America. You need communism to take over America. You need, for example, if I'm the CCP, I'm loving it. If I'm Russia, I'm loving it. So what came out last year? The Russian government got exposed for funding woke research and woke marketing in America that they are against in their own countries. Same thing with the CCP. They're funding all these they're funding that ideological side, right?
Yeah.
For our country, but domestically it's not allowed. It's banned. Why? Because it's meant to weaken our country. And you say, why? That's the why. The why is psychological warfare, the info war.
Now, would the psych op begin, though, before, like, for example, was the psych op started after the death, meaning the George Floyd death was completely unplanned, and then after it happened, they said, okay, we got another Negro who just died. Let's go ahead and get something rolling. Let's go ahead and put out these, propaganda, plaster it on every news site, and get the people outraged. So the psych op could start from something that's completely accidental, and then after George Floyd's death, now it's being used as a psych op.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to say that they went and did the murder in any of these cases.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they see an opportunity for influence. It's an influence operation. This is the same reason why you have certain events that happen where all the details are not known yet, and they begin this machine. They start running the propaganda machine. Another black person murdered. And then they find out, oh, it was a Hispanic. Oh, it was a white person. It's someone inconvenient, and guess what? It disappears from the media. It disappears from the narrative, proving exactly what I'm saying, which is these things become operations when they're convenient. So
No.
I'm not saying that, they're out here purposefully murdering. I'm not saying that. That's extreme.